they reported to the masters of Nando's that I was going Nando's too much.
The masters of Nando's. I can imagine like there's
They said I was going there
four
too much.
chickens.
They're like, why do you keep coming here? I'm like, because I've got a Nando's card. They allowed me to eat you all day. I'm gonna keep eating you all day.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ben.
How's it going?
All good?
Yeah.
Starting the day with a nice cup of tea.
I was thinking this looks
very solid.
bloody hell.
Very solid.
Like straight from like Imperial Japan.
Yeah.
I reckon you could do some serious damage.
Oh, you could do some serious damage with that.
Like like Little More in EastEnders. Bam!
I haven't watched EastEnders for a hot minute.
Neither have I. I've not watched it for.
But you know, Little Mo was. She was a bit of a killer, right?
Yeah, was it an iron?
Yeah.
It was an iron.
I always felt sorry for Ian Beale, man.
You felt sorry for Ian Beale?
Ian Beale had the worst look in love, man.
Ever.
Guy had the worst look.
Didn't he get shot by his wife?
He got shot. I'm sure quite a few things happened to him in that show.
It's big, isn't it, though, the festival vibes now? Like, you've been in Coachella, haven't you?
Yeah,
Just
played
been
Coachella this year. That was crazy.
Look at you, like, sort of dead, like, yeah, I played Coachella this year, like he's fucking men.
Kind of played in front of 50,000 people.
Is it good, yeah?
Crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. Amazing.
It's like, that's like the ultimate, I mean, everyone says like Glastonbury. Glastonbury probably is the ultimate festival.
Yeah.
But Coachella is the festival that everyone wants to go to.
Because it just feels a lot cooler.
It is.
And it's hot.
Yeah.
But there's a few like minuses. You can't walk around with beer in your hand.
What?
So it's all sections. So you can't have beer in the actual where you're watching the music.
What? Right, and that's it.
So it does change things. It's a very organised chaos. There's quite a few festivals emerging right now.
There's loads. There's like, what is that? Like you sort of know like the music industry a bit more than, like a lot more than me. Like, what is it? Why is there so many festivals? What's going on?
It's like everyone's like payday, really. It's just like you have your set of music throughout the year, and then from April to September, it's just a way of setting up your tours for October, November.
Right.
Because by the time, there'll be no point at doing a lot of your like a tour in this time. You may as well just go and play so many festivals and hit a whole new audience every single time.
Yeah,
so
I suppose that makes sense.
The audience is just, you can't reach that many people. It's the best way to go and play a festival in France, Germany, just like get yourself about. So
yeah, I suppose it's like a showcase, isn't it? Really, you play a few songs. People will be there, maybe waiting for, I don't know, Shirley Bassey or whatever, and then they're going to hear you, and they'll be like, that guy was fucking mint.
To see me come on stage with Shirley Bassey.
I'd
singing Diamonds Are Forever.
I'd buy
just
a ticket.
doing backing vocals.
They're good. Are you a fan of sushi?
Not majorly.
No, it's quite. I think it is definitely a sort of an acquired taste, isn't it?
I more like it when it has to be hot, because last time I had sushi, it was the raw stuff just sent my stomach a bit west.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Oh, what's this one?
Wagyu tartar.
Look at that.
Mushroom gyoza. And the duck gyoza.
Wicked.
Wow.
Thank you. Cheers, man.
Got a lot going on.
Look at that spread.
Not gonna lie.
Don't
know why I had Frosties this morning.
Yeah, Frosties, yeah. Talking about Frosties earlier, like, I think everyone slags those cereals off because of the amount of sugar in. That's like, I was brought up on Frosties and rice.
Don't complain about it. Like, if you don't want it, don't eat it, but don't ruin it for others.
Exactly. I tell you what I always think about. I don't think anyone's talking about it. It's a big issue. Right?
Yeah.
Why don't you get toys in cereal anymore?
Oh.
Do you remember that when you were growing up and there was like always a toy?
It's probably to do with some kid had one
and
choked, because that's the only possible realistic thing I can think about would have happened. And then they all decided that this is too unsafe for any other kid to have a toy this big, you know.
Ruined it for the rest of us. That used to be the best thing. Friday afternoon, Mum would come back from Asda and then you're straight in, ripping it open, trying to get a toy. And
I
it'd be
enjoyed
like
that life, but you know,
a little Turtles figure.
these kids these days, shoot, my hands are going all over the shop on this guy. Come on,
Go on, lad.
come on, come on.
Look at that. Seamless. What we can do is we can cut in like someone who's really good, like Mr. Miyagi, picking them up.
Every time my hand goes in, just put it to Mr. Mahagi's hand.
Just doing it, catching a fly out of midair or something.
I'm not joking as well. Make sure we chop
We'll
that.
get that done. Now, I'm going to try one of these duck.
What are they saying?
Jyotsas, sort of dumpling things, jyotsas.
This would be amazing to have this every day. If I could wake up to this level of food.
In bed,
Perfect.
on a big platter. You don't have to move.
Don't have to move.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about sort of the whole songwriting, sort of the writing process, because I don't know anything. I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
And I've always been sort of intrigued as to how you go about it. I mean, I suppose everyone's different,
Yeah.
but like, what do you do? Like, do you sort of come up with words, sort of like you write the word you say first, and then you sort of have a tune to it, or is it the other way around, or how's it?
Different people have got different ideas. Like
about
some
you?
days I'll write a full song by trying to sit there and like keep hearing a beat and writing it.
Right.
Or otherwise we'll just turn the mic on and I've written songs from just like freestyling it and I'm feeling like, all right, there's that lyric kind of works with that one, and I'll just chop it, put it in place, and I'll be like, there's a song done.
So it's like a fluid process. There's no sort of like one
No.
rule or one sort of way to do it.
Because when you're working with different people, sometimes they have a different way of producing, or if I'm writing for myself or writing in general, it depends how I feel.
Right.
I'd hate to feel that I have to do one way to get a certain song out of myself. Yeah. It's
I think that's sometimes like as people get more sort of successful.
Yeah.
And they sort of there's more pressure to write more stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
And I suppose they could the method that they use at the beginning to write stuff will then be compromised, and they won't be writing in the same way. So then it's not as good. It's not as natural. It's not as personal. Is that right? Do you reckon that? Like the difficult second album, and like as like a band goes on, they've got less to sing about and talk about.
It depends on what they've been talking about.
Yeah.
So if their whole talk was like, life's been da-da-da-da, the next minute they've got like 20 million and then they're still trying to say my life's da-da-da-da-da, probably doesn't have the same emphasis, but then it's just about how good they are at writing to be able to describe the story without people feeling a certain, this is not you anymore, or still enjoying the story. Because they're just stories, they're just segments of someone's imagination. How much is factual, I don't actually know.
But it's that thing, innit? You're right. If someone's loaded and they're talking about being down in the dole queue, it's sort of is that.
It's the way to do it though.
Yeah.
Simply Red did it. Guy's loaded.
Simply Red. Are you using Simply Red as an example here?
I don't know about it.
Simply Red.
I don't know why Simply Red came as well. Big Hucknall's a G.
I reckon he is. He's done a lot of shagging, hasn't he? A lot of shagging in his time.
He's enjoyed himself.
It's the voice, isn't it? Ladies they love the voice.
If that's what they hear before they go to bed. Yeah. Then they wake up and they see him. He's already in there. He's already won. It's over.
It's too late.
He just needs to whisper it. There's so many great things going on in the world these days that they're all pluses and minuses. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I live my life. It's like there's all pluses and minuses. There's some things that are great going on, and there's some things that are shit. There's some things that we can't stop, and there's some things that we just have to understand are going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, is that where sort of Bipolar Sunshine comes from?
Yeah, that's just me thinking of my outer self, like being able to write from the high to the low spectrums, being able to have seen and felt and then write, and then to let it come out. It's not nothing. I feel, nothing I write's a forced situation. It's all a situation I had either been in or seen or felt.
Yeah.
And that's the way I have to keep it.
Yeah. Because life's like, you know, it's up and downs, and there's always extremes, and you've got to. That is part of life, isn't it? You know.
What one man thinks is great would be great for them could be like another man's like he hates it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like we don't know. I feel like I always feel my motto is kind of been I feel like my mind is very confused and all over the place. So to try and fully understand someone else's, I'm probably never going to do it because there's so much going on in what I think in my own head. Like I don't even know what's going on in someone else's.
Not a chance.
I just like
Not a chance.
Don't try and work them out too much. No. Just keep it like on an even keel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you ever get like a thing where you sort of like sat on the bus and you're just sort of daydreaming and you think, bloody hell, everyone in here on this bus or everyone like you see in a crowd or whatever, they're all just as complex and just as sort
all
of
the time
crazy as you know, the things that are going on in their head, and there's so many of us, and it's
great writing material.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I can look at someone and I try and like, I'm always writing, and that's what's the thing. So it's always a way of like, I'm always seeing, I'm always hearing melody. I'm always seeing like, can turn something into something all the time. Look at someone and be like, kind of trying to figure out what I think I know, and then there's like a new idea come from it.
In terms of like your music, right?
Yeah.
So there might be some people watching this who, you know, don't know what you're about and all that kind of stuff.
100%.
What would you classify yourself as being in a particular genre?
I say that
music.
I say I've tried to develop a sound that I've called grey.
Grey, right?
And that's like merging from the styles of what Manchester creates, what's always had, where it's like it's acid house and it's indie type of inflections.
Yeah.
But then taking it onto the flip side is like we've got an urban side about what's going on as well, and that's what I'm into as well. And grey bridges that gap of like understanding one side and understanding the other, and then putting it all together. And that's just the way that a few people around us have been like calling their style grey, and that's the genre of how I'm pushing it.
So it's like different influences from you know, music from you growing up and from yours, you know.
And then mixing that in with like what's actually happening now, like I say urban because that's just the word that people understand of what it is. But that's what it means, that there's so much interesting stuff going on, and having that flip side where being like, yo, I can write about that, but it doesn't feel like it's a necessarily an indie record. It doesn't feel like it's a hip hop record. It doesn't feel like it's. So what do I call it? Do I keep? Because when somebody says, "Oh, I'm making hip hop," or making R&B, their own stereotypical view of what they think that genre is kind of what it is. So when they hear it, they're like, "Oh, this is not. Right. This is not this."
You know, you got it in the wrong category.
I mean, it's just like, so I'm like, okay, it's great, but it has inflections of R&B. You have inflections of hip hop,
right,
trap, soca, compared to indie down to soul. Like you can merge those. The new internet wave has allowed us to merge genres a lot.
Yeah, and so the grey is sort of
it's
amalgamation of everything, isn't it?
It's the grey area. Yeah. It's the area of like, so when these genres connect, that's the grey area. Right. When these things overlap, it's a grey area. It's never really spoken about, but here it is. This is the line I'm bridging. I'm not going here. I'm not too left or centre. I'm right in this middle point.
Like Bruce Lee, where he'd get all the different, styles, and then he made his own style, didn't he? He sort of made it sort of that, because you can't be sort of restricted by your different kicks or your different punches.
But
so
that's
you make your own.
What UFC and all those type of like, where they mix all those different martial arts together. It's a good analogy. I had a run-in with Peter Kay once.
A run-in? What? Fight?
No, it's funny. He ignored me.
Rude.
I was working at a furniture shop called Ilva.
Oh yeah.
And he came in, I only ask people. I don't ask people for their autographs. But I was like, it's me, Peter Kay. There's no one on this floor.
No.
Probably could go and ask him for it.
It's a life moment, isn't it?
This is like,
he
just stood there looking at some chairs. I'm working in the shop. There's literally no one on this floor, so management aren't going to say anything if I try it. So I walked up to him, I was like, oh, Peter, can I? He went,
fuck off. Really?
so I was just there like, bemused, like, what? He went, 1 minute, 1 minute. So I stood there for 1 minute. He just walked out the shop.
Fucking hell. What, so he just ignored?
I was devastated.
Did he speak to anyone on the phone?
He was talking to someone on the phone, but I didn't want advice. I just wanted his autograph. I was like, I've got this crap piece of paper. Here's a pen.
Oh, I can imagine you walking up with a little piece of paper and a pen.
I was very like, Dale, you don't usually do this. You don't usually do this.
Right.
And then I got excited. I was like, it's just Peter Kay. I'm sure he'll just like understand.
Yeah, lovely.
He'll just write my name so I can tell everyone like, yo, Peter Kay came into work. Yo, Peter can have an autograph. It's just like, 1 minute, son. 1 minute. 1 minute. So I'm still waiting. And Bjork gave me the whole bam as well.
Bjork as well?
Yeah. Bjork's like.
You're a big fan of Bjork. I can imagine she doesn't like much interaction though, like with the general public.
No, she doesn't.
No.
I saw her walk in the street again, empty street.
Was she floating?
She was with like 2 people,
cloud.
and I was like, "Yo, there's Bjork. Should I get an autograph?" Adele, you don't. Same things went through my head. Adele, you don't usually do this. Just leave it. She's Bjork. Nah, Adele, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Nobody's here. Walked up to her, and as soon as I was about to open my mouth, her publicist or something just went, "Don't even try it." I got
you walking away with your head down.
It was that. Don't even try it. I was like, "Fuck."
Shit. Sorry.
Bjork, people just really give me. And Bjork looked back like a whimpering dog. Like, I wish I could say hi. I wish I could say hi, but I'm really not allowed to.
At least you didn't look back and go, oh.
We're trying to chase her down the street in slow-mo and shit.
Do you get people coming up to you and that?
Yeah, fans sometimes come up to me.
Do you ever do that? Excuse me, I'm on the phone, looking at some chairs.
No. Fuck off, leave me alone. Just cause my own scene.
Yeah.
No. Never.
No, you can't, can you?
I find it weird. I'd find it very like not me to like. I know some people who have bodyguards, and I'm like, why have you got a bodyguard? I'm like, why do you have bodyguards?
Yeah, you're not Whitney Houston. Chill out.
But I get it because it's all part of like the show.
Yeah, the ego as well. Yeah. There's a bit out there, isn't there?
But, nah, I don't know. If people come up to me, I speak to them.
Do they come up?
Busy, I'll still speak. I still say hi. I'll still be cool because, this situation, this music thing or what I'm doing isn't a given. Like, for me to think that I'm going to be doing this forever, and think that I can treat people who actually show some sort of appreciation for what I'm doing with disregard is like, that's my loss.
Yeah, well, yeah, I agree.
I'm losing if I think that. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, I wouldn't really do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the fans there, aren't they? They sort of.
They make. That's how everyone survives. You survive because fans buy your music. The reason why you're doing what you're doing. Nothing like if people go away from that fact, then they're missing out because it's the fans that make them who they are.
So Peter Kay and Bjork, take note. When you were growing up, is music something that you always wanted to get involved in?
I feel like something I could always do.
Yeah.
And it came. I'm a person that's kind of goes with things that come natural to him. And music. Well, first love of football.
Yeah. Did you play it?
I played a bit of football. I heavily played. But then I feel like music just took its way of like where my concentration went. Like I just enjoyed more making music than anything else. It's just like a springboard. The ideas just. I feel like there'll be a time in my life where I don't have any more ideas and I don't have anything more creative I want to do, and I'll have to accept that. But right now, when I've got it, I'm just not gonna
go with it.
Stop with it. Yeah.
I mean, do what Prince did and just like do as much as you fucking can. when you do feel creative and when you do have all those, and then you got everything in the vault for when you're not
That's
feeling
what I'm
it.
saying, and music is timeless depending on how you do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Some songs now that people are hearing have been out for 20, 30 years, but people don't actually know it. They just think, oh, I've never heard this before, because we're all not like full encyclopedias of every last piece of music that comes out. I'm still startled by so much music. I've been listening to a lot of like bossa nova style music, Charles Gilberto, Astrid Gertrude, like loads of interesting things, and being able to find a way to put it into the music I want to make now.
I was thinking sort of a lot of Manchester. It's like looks back a little bit too much.
Oh yeah.
And
There's
so
always
you
that.
know, I think if you sort of pioneering the future and sort of new stuff and something that's a bit different, that's
we are the future. We're living in the future.
yeah. But there's still no flying cars, is there? Still waiting for that.
We don't need
like the
flying
Jetsons.
cars.
I'd bloody love a flying car. What do you mean?
I'm more intrigued about AGI, artificial general intelligence.
Right, right. What's the difference between AGI and AI?
Artificial general intelligence is like creating the robot to do all our general things, like washing up, working in bars.
Yeah, but I like washing up. I don't want anyone to take that away from me.
They are getting taken away
Really?
from us.
But then what like?
100%.
So you'd have a robot there, like
Yeah.
C-3PO, cleaning
No,
glasses.
they'll look like a human. I've seen them. They look like humans.
Do they have?
The only things different is mind and probably no heart. But they've created this thing called CRISPR, which is a way of extracting it from the DNA to create certain things, so they can make the whole body texture the same.
What, like same like
Yeah, so
skin,
you
skin
couldn't
feel
tell.
and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff? Do they
So,
have?
you've seen Westworld?
Can you have sex
Have
with
you
them?
seen Westworld?
Yeah. First season. I've not watched the second season yet.
Understand where we're at.
Can you have sex? Can you have sex with these robots?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because that's the first thing. Anyone invents
Well, there's
something.
if there's sex dolls, there's
I'm gonna
already
ask
going to be
if I
sex
can have
robots.
sex with it.
It's just like whether you want to have sex with your
Yes.
robot all the time. If you do, then
Yeah.
you know you have to change it a few times in the year if you're gonna be displaying such a high interest for the for the robot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that is the first thing that'll people ask.
This is going to be.
How good are you? You know.
I'm expecting to see. I don't know when this is going to happen, but I'm very intrigued and excited for when AGI becomes a thing.
I've seen Terminator 1 and 2,
This
so
is why
I cannot trust machines.
The thing is, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We give the machine
Yeah.
the ability to do what it wants. He looks round, looks at us idiots as humans, like yous are destroying the place.
Takes over Skynet. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely does us over. So what are you looking forward to that for? What's up with you?
Because it's just like so much to write
You don't want
about.
to do your own washing, do you? That's what it is. You don't want to do.
I just want to talk to someone in the bathroom who's just gonna like talk to me all the time.
And just
Because
like,
you got your those Amazon. See Amazon Prime.
they freak me out. Right?
See,
They freak me out.
imagine your Amazon Prime, but he's just a human. Just think of it like that. That's what you need. That's the
Yeah,
concept.
but he's going to be like, I'll be brushing my teeth, and I'll be like, Steve, what do you think of that new film? And he'll be like, would you like some new toothpaste
Yeah.
from Amazon.co.uk?
Yeah, and a
then
drone
he'll just
will
be trying
come.
to sell me stuff all
A
the
drone
time.
will come to your house,
Yeah.
drop it off from Amazon.
I'll be like,
It's the way we're living now.
I'll be like, you know, getting a bit frisky with the girl and that, and be like, and Steve will,
Oh,
Steve will just be watching like that.
But Steve has no conscience.
Yeah, but if he looks like a human, it'll freak. I can't even kiss a girl with a cat in the room. Imagine a
We're gonna
robot
have to
stood
get
there
used
like
to
that.
it. Or you become old. I know the younger ones be like, come on, just
Get
enjoy
involved
it.
in the robots.
Get involved with the robots.
I don't know.
droids.
I'm not the droids. Is that what should call?
I don't really mind them, to be
I think
honest.
maybe an R2D2 thing where he just beeps.
No. I want to talk. I want to be able to talk to a Google.
You got to chat to. What do you think Google's voice would be if Google could speak? What do you reckon his voice would be?
I think as long as I could change the voice to the voice I wanted it to be. I'll probably have some funny voices just
to give it a try.
Yeah.
Because
Get your robot
Ash
talking like
Jeeves
Elvis.
is dead easy. We know what Ash Jeeves sounds like.
Yeah.
And
What
we know
does he sound like?
Well, he's a butler, isn't he? So he'd be like, hello.
Oh yeah.
What is your query for today?
Yeah. Do people even use Ask Jeeves anymore?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm-
Maybe
I'm-
like grandmas.
I'd
around
love to
that
know
or something.
what their stocks are going for.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe-
because
Maybe
I know I
buy
can't.
some and bring it back.
You've now said Ask Jeeves, and I can't remember the last time someone said Ask Jeeves.
Jeeves. Yeah.
That's-
So we know it is, but then Google, like, because we know what Amazon sounds like, because it sounds like what she called Alexa.
Oh yeah.
So and then Apple sounds like. Can you change the voice on Siri? Siri.
No.
Is it just one voice?
Yeah.
It's like that bloke's voice, isn't it? Hello.
No, Siri's a girl.
Is it a girl? I don't know.
I don't know.
It confused me. So all these robots, you can change the voice.
But it's just where we're going, man.
That's the future.
Yeah.
I've heard.
You heard it first.
I've heard
We're
that,
going
and
there.
I've also heard VR is a thing in the future.
Yeah,
Virtual reality.
I think VR is a thing, but I feel like I'm more AGI.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for AGI to become like an Argos product.
Then, like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, like, you know, could just go in there, pop in there, buy someone to buy this AGI to come and like do the lawn, send it back.
You just don't want to do chores at home. That's all this is about.
I hate
innit?
doing chores. man.
Fucking hell, you just
The
want someone to
But the mundane things of
clean
like,
up.
I feel like I write my best when I'm doing the most mundane thing in the house.
Yeah.
The most
So you switch
my
your
most
brain after your
creative
task.
ideas. Yeah.
You do that.
It comes like washing up was usually my thing. I just put the phone on record, bam, stay record.
And then
Start
sort
going.
of talk about the sort of ideas and things like that.
No, I just allow it to record myself for like an hour. You know, I don't until I forget that it's on, and then if I just start humming something, I've got it recorded.
Ah, man.
Because so many times I've been humming something, I'd be like, can't get that back, lost that.
Brilliant. So you're pretty much on record all the time? Like a robot?
Sometimes.
A lot of music is taking stuff from the past, isn't it? And taking sort of
nothing's new.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. I think it's sort of. I mean, this is probably where your sort of grey genre comes in. That is quite new, I'd say.
Yeah.
But like, it's so difficult. It must be so difficult in any sort of walk of life. Maybe you're making films, whether you're making music, whether you're writing, whether you're doing anything.
Yeah.
That there's that element where it's all been done before. I mean, fashion, for example, like fashion's. Just basically,
It's just a circle.
They just pick up the Grattan catalogue from 1982,
Yeah.
look through it, rip a few pages out, and then take it to Vogue and say, right, do that.
Yeah.
And that's. It's always like everything comes round again.
It's a
doesn't it? Always
revolving
goes
door,
round.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's a circle. Fashion, entertainment, they're all certain circles that they do. Do you know what I mean? Or certain springboards. You can see that this person's watched this Wes Anderson film, and now they decided to make this. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like interesting ways, but I think once we just accept that there is nothing new,
Yeah.
like literally new, and we're just all amalgamations of things that we've seen and heard before, then, you know, I'm okay with hearing an infliction that sounds like somebody else's, because I probably do it myself, so
Yeah.
it's not cheese, it's alright.
Exactly. No, I agree, and there's no way of getting past it. So you might as well embrace it and make it the best you can.
It's AGI, man.
AGI. See, even AGI. Do you know what I mean? It was done. It's been done.
We're going to
Johnny
watch this
Five,
back in a
do you know
few
what I mean?
years' time
Short
and be like,
circuit.
remember when the day I was talking crazy about AGI? And you'd be talking to your robot called Steve.
Steve will be like, yes, sir.
I told you.
All right, Steve, go and, get
Mow the lawn with one
go
hand, wash up with the other.
and go get that robot girl
Yeah.
that I saw yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Bring
But
her
then
back.
what will happen is that Steve will now start to fall in love with the robot girl.
Shit, now
Life
we've got
gets
like a
complicated.
sitcom situation.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's already a script written.
Yeah.
I'm more of writing this new project I'm working on called 3034.
What's that?
It's just something new I'm working on.
Yeah. Come on, details. What's
No,
going
no,
on?
no.
3034. Is it about
That's
robots
it.
again?
That's all it is. That's all you need to know.
So that's like a little secret.
Yeah. I don't want to explain it. I want to show it. I
okay.
don't want to give people an explanation of
What it is.
because I don't want to fuel them with what I'm telling them it should be. I want them to be able to go, this is what it is for me.
Then,
So that's why I hardly watch trailers.
what, in films? Because it tells you everything that's going to
I don't
happen.
really want to watch the trailer sometimes.
No, that is annoying.
Kind of got the story. Sometimes I don't want the story.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Look at that.
Salt caramel ice cream and the yuzu and lime cheesecake.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. I say we dip into both.
Can I have this?
Let's try this guy.
So you got 3,034. Did I get the numbers right? Which is a secret project.
I don't think it's not a secret project.
It's a secret project that you're going to tell me sort of later on.
It's just a project that I'm in the making of, so I don't want to give too much away about what it's going to be.
Sure.
I might change it.
All right.
There may not be a 3,034. I might just decide to change it to something else.
Well, if you need any help on anything, you know, you can always come to me. I can chat shit on one of the
Perfect.
on one of the bits of it, or
It's not like people don't ever chat shit in music. Like it never happens.
good point. What's that? Cheesecake, did you say?
Yeah. Big fan of cheesecake. Not a fan that I can't really get to. Digging for it.
Oh yeah. Like citrusy, like a lemon.
I'm way more of a dessert guy than a main meal.
I used to be as a kid, but now I'm a big savoury guy.
Yeah.
Like dessert, I'd have cheese usually. Big cheese guy.
About like the chefs in Cottonopolis, great chefs, so they're gonna deliver you great food.
Every time.
It's not a plug there. It's just it's just a fact, isn't it? Like the guys there are making good food and they've got a good kitchen to cook from.
Cottonopolis, after saying that, after giving them a little plug, I'll give you like a
Cottonopolis card.
little card, yeah.
Yeah,
That was good, wasn't
I had a Nando's card.
it? You had a Nando's card?
Yeah, got 3 Nando's every day.
What happened to this card?
They gave me for a year. I started feeding the homeless and then took it off me.
That is mental. Very rude, that.
Yeah, not rude. I feel like I told him I'd go on tour and I would everywhere I went, I'd always buy like 3 to 4 extra meals and then just hand them out.
And they didn't like it.
Some sort of health and safety thing,
Fuck's sake.
as it is. But I think it's more of a case of like, you know, you're not meant to do that.
Yeah, it's sort of breaking the rules.
Because they've got other ways of doing it. It's fine for what, you know.
But they took it off you. You don't need one anyway, it's right. Just get a Cottonopolis card.
I've been waiting for the containers to come.
They reported to the masters of Nando's that I was going Nando's too much.
The masters of Nando's. I can
Yeah.
imagine like there's
They said I was going there too
four
much.
chickens.
They're like, why do you keep coming here? I'm like, because I've got a Nando's card. They allowed me to eat you all day. I'm gonna keep eating you all day. Stop asking me why do I keep coming here. Like, they get asking why do I keep.
Simple.
I'm over there, and you're Nando's. I have a card. Now put 2 and 2 together of why I keep coming here, and that happened.
It's like going into an all-you-can-eat buffet and I'm saying,
Yeah.
why are you eating all-you-can-eat?
Just why is the question? It's because it messes up the books. They now have to do a new calculation of why do we have a £70 deficit? Why is someone just
Each day.
coming? Because I just walk in there like 11 o'clock and be like, 6 full chickens. To just be like straight face, like to like one, like 6 full chickens, 4 half chickens, 3 burgers. I'm like, for you, yeah. All for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We said just what's that? You know what it is.
Oh, they'd be gutted as well, wouldn't they? They're
Well,
like, look at this.
I
loads
know
of
when they
money.
used to see me, they used to think, oh, not him again. I used to come in like the Pied Piper with like 8 people behind me, like. Used to be looking for like.
Passing the chickens down.
What do you all want? That was a life. I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the look on everyone's faces when I walked in. Because I knew I was just never gonna say like, "Can I just have like half a chicken?" And she was always like, 5 chickens. That was funny.
And they fucking took it off.
Yeah,
you.
that's probably why. Man. I overstood the mark. I should have chilled I should have went Burger King a few moments in my life.
Got a few Whoppers.
It was just the allure of free chicken was just
Too good.
You can't really knock that.
But like, they'll come crawling back. Nando's will come crawling back.
There's always new places.
Do you know what I mean?
There's always
when
new
3034 comes out,
this is what I'm saying. They're going to be like, here's this.
They'll be knocking on.
We've upped the amount of chicken ratio you can order in one sitting.
Yeah. They'll give you a card and a wheelbarrow.
Listen,
So every time you go in, fill that.
My own AGI.
Who can serve you and not make a face. He'll serve you with a smile every time.
Until he realises that he's a robot and he's living a shallow life, and then wants to destroy me in my sleep.
Yeah, and he will. He'll shove a
It's a
whole
great
chicken
show.
down your throat.
Listen,
And then
I'm ready
rebel.
for them. I'm ready for them. I'm ready.
It's good, this, isn't it? So good.
Oh, snap.
It's always last on my list though, dessert. Do you know what I mean? Because like you have all the, I'm like fucking starter, gotta have a starter, main course, and then I'm too full to get a dessert. Should just get one first, shouldn't you? We're adults now, we can eat.
Skip the starter.
Yeah.
Look at the main. Realise, I just see the whole menu as there's not really a beginning, middle, and end. It's just like
It's a grey area.
yeah. So the grey area is that you can just go in the restaurant and just order the dessert, sit there, have the dessert, get off. That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
If I don't really like what you display, I'm not gonna try and like make you feel good by eating your starter and your middle. I'll just be like you obviously your dessert's the best thing that you've got on your menu.
Get involved.
And then that's it.